We have had a number of students who've suffered a significant bereavement, and we can see the impact on that student in so many ways. It might be attendance. For some of them, it's their first experience of death, and it's a significant person. It might be a parent, someone who's a massive part in their life, and their world falls apart.
If you have a student and they come into school and they've not completed their work, and you basically sort of pick them up for that, and they're sat there thinking that actually there's bigger things to worry about, and not realising, and then finding out they've actually suffered a bereavement and we're not aware of that, or we didn't know about that at the time, then that would impact on the way that we would treat that child. And obviously afterwards, the effect of knowing what that child's been through, and you've just picked them up for something which in their world right now is irrelevant, you feel a bit mean.
So we have an area now in the school that we've developed for bereavement support. So that's a safe place where they can go. They have a specific timeout card for bereavement. Been working with the attendance officer, who will be the person to receive requests for funerals, and we've devised a card to let the family know that we are thinking of them. If they've got any questions, or in a month or 2 months or a year, they might want to come back to us and say, I feel ready to talk about things now.
When you have a student who you know is going through a bereavement and there is no support for them, you are the people that they can come to, and you're a consistent person who they can come and talk to about how they're feeling. They can talk to, where they need to go to try and get some support, because they don't know these things. And you see on a day-to-day basis them change, and their attitude to their learning, and their way in which they deal with personal situations. So if they've not got that support somewhere, then it's going to be a very different outcome for them, or it will be a different outcome for them, because they need to have something in place.
Sometimes we don't know whether or not, is a child just about holding it together? Is it okay to smile at them and say, are you okay, how are you doing? Or are we going to put them in a difficult place again?
From a personal aspect, I lost my mum when I was 14. And this is why this programme is so important as far as I'm concerned, because there was no support in place for me as a 14-year-old going through GCSEs at the time, and having nobody there to support me with what was going on externally. And I feel that I can come from it from a different approach, in that I can understand and empathise with the student, but I am not specifically trained to be able to deal with that situation. And so the work that we're doing with St Luke's is very important for us, because that is giving us the training that we need.